Okay, let's talk about bacon and eggs in math. So, this should be everyone's favorite topic. Hopefully, most of you out there enjoy your bacon and eggs. It's excellent. So, what could I possibly be talking about in this video? Am I saying that you need to have bacon and eggs, good breakfast before you take on some math problems? That definitely makes sense, right? And that's probably a good idea. Anyways, you want to have all your nutrition, there, when you take on and you're using your brain and you're thinking. Okay, so that's good advice, but that's not, in fact, what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So, bacon and eggs, it's not a joke, okay? Uh, and I'm using this phrase, bacon and eggs, because I want you to remember this. You're going to say, man, this guy's talking about bacon and eggs in math. So, if you pay attention, you'll always remember what I'm going to be talking about. Hopefully, you'll associate it with bacon and eggs, okay? So, I'm going to get to that in just one second. And by the way, this is something that I'm going to be talking about that if you're going to be studying math anywhere from algebra and beyond, you definitely want to stick around for the Bacon and Eggs math show. All right, so we're going to get to that in just one second, but first let me introduce myself. My name is John. I'm the founder of TabletClass Math. I'm also a middle and high school math teacher, and over many years I've constructed many online, very comprehensive middle and high school and beyond math courses. So if you need math help, or you need to take a full complete math course, I'm going to leave a link to my math help program in the description of this video. Also, if you need a pair of great math notes, I offer pre-algebra, algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, trigonometry notes. Um, you can find those in the description as well or underneath this video. Okay, so let's get into the bacon and eggs and math situation. What am I talking about? All right, so here we go. All right, so don't pay attention to this just quite yet. Let's just ignore that and focus on this situation right here. All right, so what is this? Okay, it's a little question I'm asking you. Well, hopefully you're seeing that this is a power. Okay, we call this a power, right? That's what this is. And it's, how would we say this? Well, we would say uh, 2 to the third power is equal to 8, right? 2 to the third power is equal to 8. And it means we're going to take 2, that number there, and we're going to multiply by itself 3 times, all right? 3 times. And of course, 2 times 2 times 2 is in fact 8. Okay, so hopefully, this is making sense to you, and you're like, oh yeah, I know that. So excellent. Okay, so, but now we want to kind of bolster our knowledge of powers, and maybe you know what I'm going to be talking about here in a second, but we need to get some terminology to what's going on here. So in powers, what is this big number down here referred to? Okay, do you know that? Well, it's referred to as the base. Okay, that's the base. And this little number up here is referred to as the what? Well, hopefully, most of you said exponent. Okay, so this is the exponent. That's the base. This whole thing is a power. And then, of course, this is our answer. Okay, our answer. All right. Okay, so you have a power, it's a certain base taken, and you're applying an exponent to this particular base, and you get this answer. All right, now here is the deal, okay? Um, in math, okay, we want to be able to rewrite powers, okay, these relationships in a different way, okay? And this different way is called logarithms, okay? So we want to be able to take expressions like this and write them as a logarithm. So if you're not familiar with logarithms, they are extremely, extremely, extremely powerful, okay? And you will see them and are absolutely necessary in mathematics, okay? But I'm gonna, first of all, I'm gonna show you how we take a relationship like this and write it as a logarithm. And then I'm going to show you some of the problems that we can solve using logarithms and why we need them. Okay, so here we go. Now here comes the bacon and eggs part, right? So here you can see I got a little B. Of course, that's my bacon. Then I have A, that's my and, right? Bacon and then here is my egg. So BAE, bacon and eggs, bacon and eggs. Now that I got that kind of squared away here, all right, let's get into what this stating. All right. So to write a power as a logarithm, I'm going to be thinking about bacon and eggs. So I'm going to write log. Okay. Now, if you're not familiar with logarithms, don't worry about it. First things is, let's just figure out how to write a logarithm, write a power as a logarithm. So I'm going to write an log, okay? Then I'm going to put the base down here as a little subscript. So what's the base again to this power? It was 2. So it's going to be called log base 2, okay? What was the answer? The answer was 8. Okay, so I'm going to write the little 8 right here, okay? So log base 2, 8 is equal to, I'm going to put right here the exponent. So the exponent again was 3. Okay. And there you go. All right. So now this power relationship, all right, I can write as a logarithm just like this. All right. You need to know how to do that, and vice versa. I have to be able to write logarithms as powers. Okay. Got to write powers as logarithms and logarithms as power. This is extremely important. Okay. So if you understand that, then this is, you're well on your way. Now, this log, this is log base 2. Now, if you look at your calculator, if you have a scientific calculator, you'll see 2 buttons. You'll see an log button, and you'll see this ln button, okay? So the log button is what we call log base 10. It's called a common logarithm. And this ln button is something, it's called a natural log. It's really log base e. But I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, okay? Just so you know, this is so important that we actually have dedicated buttons on our scientific calculator for logarithms. Now, let's go ahead and see how we use logarithms, okay? I'm not going to do complete problems here, because this is really more of an introduction to this concept, okay? And I never want you to forget the bacon and egg situation. But let's say you had a problem like this. 2x is equal to, let's say 10, okay? 2x is equal to 10. So I'm trying to solve for the variable up in the exponent. So I'm like, 2 to the, what power is equal to 10? Well, let's just kind of mess around with this. 2 to the first power is 2. 2 squared is 2 times 2. So that's 4. 2 cubed is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. That's 8. So that's pretty close to 10. So 2 to the 4th is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And that's going to be 8 times 2. That's 16. So that's too much, right? So 10 is somewhere between where the exponent was 3 to 4. So if you had to make a guess, maybe the answer here might be x is equal to 3.21 or something or the other, right? So you can kind of play trial and error and go into your calculator and kind of guess. But what if I wanted to precisely know this value, okay? Well, the only way I can solve this, and by the way, this is called an exponential equation, okay, because the variable is an exponent. The only way I can solve this is using our bacon and eggs. We have to use logarithms, okay? So the way we would do this, we'd take the log of both sides, okay? Even though you don't really know what's going on, I'm just going to show you the value of logarithms and why you need to be introduced to them. I could take the log of both sides, and then I could drop this little x down there. So that's x log 2 equals log 10. And by the way, you could go into your calculator and just calculate these numbers. These are just values. And then I could just solve for x here by dividing both sides of the equation by log 2. All right, and so x would be equal to log 10 divided by log 2. And if you did that in your calculator, you would get some decimal, 3 point something or the other. Okay, I don't have my calculator next to me here, but it's really not important, because the main point of this video is to introduce you to logarithms, okay, and their relationship with powers. Okay, so when we have an exponential equation, I can use logarithms to solve them, but I can't be messing around with logarithms unless I have a firm grasp of what they represent. Okay, so logarithms, all right, are another way to express powers: base, answer, exponent. So if you never, remember anything but one thing from here, just remember it's bacon and eggs in this order: BAE, log, bacon, that's our base, A is our answer, and equal to the exponent, all right? So again, I promise you, if you haven't seen logarithms yet, you will see them, and they're extremely powerful and absolutely necessary in mathematics. Okay, so that is our bacon and eggs math show for today. Um, I had no idea out there how many of you might have guessed this is what I was going to be talking about. Maybe you were thinking about, maybe it's nutrition or something else. Listen, the bottom line is use whatever works, whatever memory device works for you, so you can kind of retain this in your long-term memory. So I've been teaching this bacon and eggs concept for years and years, and it seems to work pretty well for students to remember this. Okay, so with that being said, if you want to know more about logarithms, I have tons of videos on my YouTube channel, other videos on logarithms, so you can check that out. If you really need to learn this in a complete, comprehensive way, you definitely want to check out one of my math help program courses. I would suggest like Algebra 2. I really get into it. And then, of course, you can pick up a set of Algebra 2 trig notes as well. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, please get smashing that like button and leave me some feedback. And with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.